I will discuss how I got a band 9 in IELTS listening. So if you are interested to listen about this video, please share and subscribe my video so that it can help every IELTS students. So first of all, I would like to say my initial goal was to achieve a band 8 for IELTS listening, and for that reason I tried heart and soul to get a band 8. Okay, so when I was practicing, I found that in most of the blanks I was okay and I could get all correct out of 20. So there are two sections, especially part 1 and part 4, where you have chances to make a good score, because part 1 is very easy for IELTS listening, and you just need to be attentive and sincere, and you should avoid one particular thing, and I will suggest, or I will say, that is your spelling mistakes. So if you remain conscious and you just give your 100% concentration, then definitely you have a chance to correct all of your part 1. So every student should target part 1 and part 4 to correct and to be accurate on part 1 and part 4. So if you want to correct all those 20 marks, then you should practice individually and you should go through section wise. Okay, so what is this individual practice section wise? So I will say, try just part 1 for a few days and then try part 4 for a few days, and you will just particularly practice those section. And when you will feel that okay, I'm correcting all, and sometimes you may correct 19 or 18, because the IELTS questions becomes difficult for some time, so it can take time, but you need to be patient and you should be try to use advanced materials so that all the hard modules of IELTS listening becomes easy when you practice those. So when I was practicing, what I did, I used to practice from a channel called Crack IELTS with Rob, and they claim that these questions are from real IELTS exam. I don't sure whether it is true or not, but I will say you can practice from Crack IELTS with Rob for IELTS listening, and it definitely will benefit you a lot. So after practicing Crack IELTS with Rob, I was oversure that my part 1 and section 4 are very strong, and I can get a very good score for section 1 and 4. So what remains now? Now remains section 2 and section 3. So these are the hardest sections of IELTS listening, and there is one short trick and strategy I can say for part 2 and part 3, is that you can follow the videos of Asad Yaqub. His strategy for section 2 and section 3 are really good, and it helped me a lot. So I tried to improve my section 2 and section 3 by listening same maps for several times, and I was analyzing what I am making, where I am making mistakes. Okay, so if you can analyze and if you can figure out your mistakes where your focus or concentration is not 100%, and you can just figure out those, then you can work on it. And most particularly in section 3, you need to be very sharp and you need to be very focused. This is because in most cases in section 3, British Council actually plays with us, and they shift the question answers by providing transition words like, okay, so I will go with the first one, then they change it by saying, however, no, I will not go with the first one, I will go with the third one. So in part 3, most of the cases the answers are shifted, and if you cannot hold your concentration for all the time, and you should go through each and every option. So when the audio is saying option A, so you should listen to the option carefully. Then again, when they will say something about option 2, then again you have to be careful, and again you need to listen to this. And when they will again say option 3, so every time they will suggest one answer, okay, then you need to put your pen that okay, I'm choosing option A or option B, and then again you need to change your answer if they changes. So if you can analyze these problems what I dealt with, and you can figure out your problems, why your section 2 and section 3 are very weak, figure out your problems, and if you can act on these, then you will definitely have a chance to at least get band 8, right? Because if you correct 20 out of 40 from part 1 and part 4, but remains just only 20 marks. And from 20 marks, if you can correct at least 15, then what are you getting? You will get a band 8, right? And if you can just be accurate, and if you can concentrate a little bit more, then you have a chance to get a band 8.5, or maybe you can get a band 9 for listening. So my suggestion would be target listening module to increase your band score, overall band score. Okay, so you can target listening to increase your overall band score, and then you should practice and figure out your problems. And if you can do this, then surely you will have a chance to get a band 9. So that's the interesting story. I hope it will help you a lot. So thank you so much for the video today. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.